What's going on, guys? My name is FrostyMate and welcome back to a brand new video. Now today in this video I'm going to be answering your guys' questions that you posted on my questions and answer video a few days ago. Now there's quite a lot of questions. I don't think I'm going to be able to do every single one, but I have got a chunk of them and we're just going to get cracking. We're going to smash through these. I'm really looking forward to this actually. You guys asked some really good questions, so nice one. We're going to start off with the first one. Adriano Jet06 asks, what car do you own? I saw your vlog and was wondering what Mercedes you have. I actually have a Mercedes CLA. It's a 2015. It's a AMG Sport. It's an automatic. I do have a manual license. Just a bit about me. I'm 21. I did get a manual license. Had a manual car and then I wanted to upgrade, and because I sort of work in the car industry, managed to get a good deal on one of those, and yeah, I love it. Automatic, I do miss driving a manual though, I have to admit, but the automatic's still cool. It's got the automatic, the paddle shifters, it's got a sports mode and stuff, it's got all the toys on it. All right, sweet. Next question by Ahmed. Do you know when AQ Worlds Mobile is coming? Now, it's definitely going to be around 2020, late 2020, just because that's when Adobe Flash is like terminated, and for Adventure Quest Worlds to run, you need Adobe Flash. So I'm hoping it's going to be before then. If not, I don't think it will be the end of the world, but my guess is that it's going to be around 2020, about December 2020, maybe if not a bit beforehand for the beta test and such like that. Our Lord Brian says, hey man, just asking, how do you be able to manage your time playing 3 different characters, and what card do you want to make more time for? Essentially, I started off just with my fresh start account. Then once I sort of done that for a while, I was thinking maybe I should start again, but maybe do free to play. And then after doing that for a little while, I was thinking my main account is just sat there and it's not really doing anything. So I think because I have 3 objectives on each character, they all have different bucket lists. I just feel like one day, okay, I'll start working on that and record it. The next day I might think, oh, I'm going to go back to this account and start doing that. I wouldn't necessarily say that I manage them that well, because there might be a time where I'd play my Fresh Start V2 account for like 3 days in a row to try and farm things, whilst the other ones are just sort of idle doing nothing. All right, next question. Bradstone Travano says, is AQ World still worth playing? I mean, I enjoy playing it, but every time I farm something hard, I question myself if the time I spend on farming in AQ World isn't wasted for a game that I will die soon. It just depends at the end of the day if you enjoy playing Adventure Quest Worlds or not. For me, I kind of do. We'll get on to that one later on. There's a good question. But yeah, I think if you enjoy playing the game and you don't mind spending time on a game that you know might not be around forever, but you enjoy it, so you're going to do it anyway, I think that's absolutely fine. I think what you have to do is do what you enjoy. If you enjoy farming for the hard stuff, if you still like playing the game, then I don't see it being an issue, to be honest. It's not what I think about what you should be playing. It's just if you enjoy playing the game yourself. I mean, I still play it. I play this game, another Flash game, completely relevant to Adventure Quest Arctic Entertainment. I play that because I enjoy it. So yeah, I think if you've said yourself that you enjoy playing it, but every time you farm something, you question yourself if the time I spend on AQ World is wasted for a game that will die soon. If you have those doubts and you have those questions, then maybe you should try and search for another game that you like. But personally, if you enjoy playing, then I don't see an issue with that. Dark Wolf 6758 says, if you do vlogs, what will most of the vlogs be about? Just saying, I would like to see more vlogs. Okay, cool. So I appreciate that. I also like doing the vlogs when I have the time. What will they be about? Just sort of my day-to-day things. So I'll try and keep it sort of computer or gaming related, just because that's at least a link between my channel and what I do at the moment. So for instance, my first one was to get a new solid state drive because I needed one for my new computer. Ended up sort of temporarily breaking it. I have recently just gotten some lights for my TV, so like an LED surround my lights, so when I turn the lights off, I've got the remote somewhere actually. I get to choose some different colours. So I think maybe I can do a vlog on that, show you guys what that's looking like. Maybe something to do with my car as well. It'll just sort of be about day-to-day things, what I get up to. If I've got anything exciting or if I've got a house to myself, I can just do a vlog. Anything like that really, or gym related. I like to go to the gym every now and then, so definitely something to do with things that I'm getting up to. Neil Falk says, how did you start playing AQ Worlds? How do you find the game and why do you continue to play it? So how did I find out about it? My friend in real life, when we were very, very young, back in 2007 maybe, I can't even, I was so young, like under the age of 10 for sure. We found out about Adventure Quest, did the original one, and he showed it to me. I created my account. And then I think it was in 2009, he sort of found out about Adventure Quest Worlds. So I joined him on that adventure. We started playing a lot, and that's how essentially I found out about Adventure Quest Worlds, just through my friends. Why do I continue to play it? Because I produce content on it. Don't get me wrong, I've spent a very long time on this game. Since 2009, for 10 years I've been playing this game, and so it's hard to sort of, I've met so many friends on there. I enjoy the content, I like the art style, I think, as well, which is why I keep going back to it. Just like in general, the armors and the farming, I just generally enjoy it. It's just a fun game to play, especially when you have people to play it with as well. But that is why I continue to play it, mostly just because I create content on it. Heinz Mina says, what are some other games that you play? Right now on the Xbox, I'm playing Need for Speed Heat. This game is awesome. I love playing a bit of Need for Speed. It's one of the best Need for Speeds I've ever owned. Call of Duty, Smite, I'm a big fan of Smite. There's this flash game called Kings and Legends. It's kind of like a card-based sort of strategy game. The game before that used to be called Rise of Mythos or Mythos, but unfortunately that went down the toilet. But my main games, I'd have to say, are Smite, Adventure Quest Worlds. I don't get a lot of time to play other games, to be honest, because the time that I do have is normally on Adventure Quest Worlds creating content. But yeah, at the moment, Call of Duty, Need for Speed, and Smite. I Tune In Gaming says, is your main income from playing AQ World / YouTube, or do you have a job? If yes, then what is it? So I wish my main income was coming in from playing Adventure Quest World and doing YouTube, but unfortunately it's not. I do have a full-time job. I've been fully employed for over 3 years now, doing marketing for like a car fleet management and car finance company. My goal though is to be able to try and do YouTube as a full-time thing for sure, and that's why we'll talk about some other questions in a second. But yeah, unfortunately my income is not from YouTube. If it was, I'd definitely be doing more than one video a day, but yeah, unfortunately not, and my main job is marketing. Did you think of going this far making videos? What was your thoughts when you started, says Kraguba. I didn't think I would get this far, to be completely honest. I just thought of like the idea to do a fresh start series, because I still enjoyed playing the game. I sort of researched into it and not a lot of people had done like a let's play on it, so I thought let's just give it a go. I think the reason why it went quite well was just because I had played it loads before, so I was very experienced about the game anyway. What was your thoughts when you started? Yeah, I wasn't really thinking too much about it. I knew that I was going to give it a go anyway, so I've pre-recorded like the first 5 episodes just so I could smash the videos out like every single day, see if it gained some traction, and luckily it did, and here I am. But I think anybody really can make a YouTube channel, anybody can make videos, and I think anybody can be successful. You just have to find that niche and you just have to crack on. Like, I've only got 12,000 subscribers. I feel like I've only just touched the top of what YouTube can really be about. I didn't think really I'd get this far, but here I am. Leo S says, what's your favourite band and music that you listen to? So right now, I'd say the person I listen to the most is Post Malone. I love that kind of music. There's a guy called Lil Cobain that I also listen to. KSI's new song, Down Like That, is so good. I just sort of like the rap sort of hip-hop sort of stuff, really into that at the moment. AQ World or Skyrim, says Licorella. Now, I'm like, this is going to be very like heavy on some people, but I just generally dislike Skyrim. I don't know what it is. I'm not a big fan of Skyrim at all. I think I had it before when it sort of first came out, and I wasn't very good at it, and all my friends were like playing it and hyping it up, so I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. Just unfortunately, yeah, just not a big fan of it, so for me it's going to be AQ Worlds. Luan Morera says, do you have a girlfriend? I do not. Luke Huxley says, what town do you live in? I'm from the South Coast, so it would be interesting to see where you're located. I'm also in the South Coast, which is quite interesting. I'm in Southampton. OG Vamp says, what's your plans involving content when AQ World isn't around? So when AQ Worlds isn't around, I'll hopefully be going over to AQ2D. Now, AQ2D is the new version of Adventure Quest Worlds that's coming out in 2020. Apart from that, I do have some other plans in the future that I want to sort of adventure out into in 2020. So there's a new game coming out called Project A. Definitely want to get involved with that. I definitely want to create content on that. Petya says, be honest, do you enjoy playing AQ World? For how long do you think AQ World is going to stay around? Do you think AQ World is dying? Would you like to bring back old AQ World? So going back to the first question, do I enjoy playing AQ World? Now, it definitely has its ups and downs for me. I used to enjoy playing it loads when I was very young, just because I met loads of new people. The game for me back then was still new, so I was still experiencing things for the first time, and that's when I really enjoyed it the most. Do I enjoy it now? I create content on it, so it's hard for me to say that I don't enjoy it, otherwise I just wouldn't be doing it. But I think there's definitely times where I'm not a big fan of it. So like the past 2 weeks now, the weekly events have been pretty rubbish. Do I think it's dying? Yes, it is dying, unfortunately. How long do you think it's going to stay around? Well, in 2020 it's going anyway, so but if you're thinking about like Artix Entertainment and Adventure Quest 2D, I don't know, I think Adventure Quest 2D has the potential to pop off if they do it correctly. Would you like to bring back the old AQ World? I would like to experience AQ Worlds again for the first time. I wouldn't like to bring back the old version of AQ World because essentially it's still the same game, but I'd definitely like to experience Adventure Quest World if I'd never played it again. I think that would be good. Like, I guess if you're trying to say if the server reset and it played out all over again, would I enjoy that? I'd definitely give that a shot, yes. SK Love says, are you really British? Yes, I am. Sotic says, if you could have made a major change to AQ World, what would it be? Now, I've got a couple actually. I think one of the main ones would be to remove all glitches, all bots and hacks and all exploits, because I think that it really ruins the potential of what Artix Entertainment and Adventure Quest Worlds could really be, because, I think, just say you didn't have any of the glitches about, they would probably invest more time in doing boss battles, dungeons and raids. It's just like, take this for instance, when they do a war, you have to go from 0 to 100%. But if you glitch that room, you can literally kill the monsters like 3, 4 times, 5 times quicker than what they normally do. And that also affects your heal over time, your damage over time, all those sort of buffs and such as well. So I think, if they were to release like dungeons or raids where you had to like kill all the enemies in one room to then move on to the next room, and then at the end do like a massive boss battle, like if you didn't have your glitches and your bots and stuff like that, I think it'd make the game so much more enjoyable, just because even with like, if they were to do that content now, people would just glitch the rooms and be able to kill the monsters like really easily and have all their damage over times tick to like over 100,000. So I think definitely removing all glitches, all bots, all hacks, all exploits would be my major change, just because then there's no cheating, there's no like quick way around it, there's no shortcut. It's like the actual game itself, and I think that's what for me would be the biggest change. Tayset Sunamuno says, sorry if I butchered your name, do you still plan on doing a video every 2 days or go back to daily videos? And another thing, until how long do you think you'll be doing YouTube? So I still plan on doing a video every 2 days, just because the daily videos, it wasn't difficult to keep up with. It was just, it wasn't showing that it was being as effective with my analytics on YouTube. Now, if I start getting into a swing of things, I might be able to bring it back later on. But for now, I think every 2 days will be enough for me. How long do you think you'll be doing YouTube? As long as I can, really. I want to try and continue to grow and sort of do this as more of a full-time job. So yeah, definitely going to be doing this for a fair while. Tarfire979 says, what is your favourite, most aesthetically pleasing item in AQ World that you have obtained in any way? For me, the Dragon Blade of Nolgarth. It took me a long time to get the Dragon Blade of Nolgarth, but it's just such a nice looking weapon in my opinion. The fact that you can colour custom the blade, and the fact that it's animated, the fact that it's like really big as well. I'm a big fan of gold, so I love how the handle and like the dragon itself is gold on the weapon. And now that they've brought out the dual version, it's just made it even better for me. And even the fact that the items you had to get for the Dragon Blade of Nolgarth were really nice as well. It's just sort of like a win-win situation. Tartarus Gaming says, where do you see yourself in a year? That's quite a good question. I like those sort of questions. I see myself making content for Adventure Quest 2D, but also venturing out into different games and actually spending more time on other games, because Arctic Entertainment and Adventure Quest Worlds just isn't the way forwards if I want to grow my channel and do YouTube as a full-time thing. So I definitely see myself venturing out into other videos and doing other games. I mentioned Project A a few minutes ago. Definitely going to look into Project A lot more and spend a lot of time on that game, just because I know it's going to be a really popular game. And you know, if I'm consistent and if I give it a good shot, then who knows, hopefully I'll be able to be a Project A content creator. Walt Udon says, how's AQ going to tackle the flash shutting down that's coming around the corner, and how you think AQ World should have trading? So we've already sort of gone over this a little bit, but I definitely think Adventure Quest World should have trading. I think it's a very important thing, and hopefully they will have it in AQ 2D. Yaito Galaxy says, what games are you looking forward to in 2020? Are you going to play them? Do you watch anime? If so, what are some that you like? So the games I'm looking forward to in 2020, Project A. It's the same people who made League of Legends, and so, well, Riot basically, and it's kind of like a CSGO / Overwatch sort of vibe. It very much looks like CSGO, like the tactical sort of shooters, where if you get a headshot, you're basically dead. So I'm practicing for that at the moment. I'm really looking forward to that. Going to hopefully make lots of content on Project A, and any anime that I watch Boruto at the moment. That's probably the only anime I watch, but I'm up to date on Boruto and I really enjoy it. And there you have it, guys. So that is all the questions. Now let me know what you think. Let me know if you want me to do more of these. I'm well up for doing more real life videos and RL videos. Thank you so much for the people who did comment. I'm sorry if I didn't get to answer your question, but maybe next time when I do one, I'll pick yours. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.